What is on the menu for chest today?
Pre-exhaust on this piece right here, and then continue on with dumbbell flies, and then probably 2 pressing movements. Do 2 fly movements first, 2 pressing movements, and then maybe finish with something like this.
How long have you been doing the pre-exhaust type of training for chest now?
Put it off and on, probably the past year. I mean, I would do it before that, in years prior, but not as consistently. And it's definitely worked good, I think. Cuts down on the amount of weight you can press, but I think for me, it's my shoulders and arms a little more dominant. I do think it does help.
Evan, you started off the workout with not one, but 2 isolation movements. Is that something you've been doing for a while? I mean, most guys would be terrified to take that much strength away theoretically from their pressing.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I'll do one fly movement, then press. Go back to a fly, press again. Sometimes it's nice to really get a lot of blood in the muscle and really squeeze the hell out of your chest, and then go on to a pressing movement.
Bring him in even.
It doesn't bother me that the weight that I'm using on the bench, is a little bit less than what it would be if I was fresh. I think it's, like I said, I think for me, someone who was, maybe arm and shoulder dominant, I think it helps me because when I get on the bench and I'm pressing, I mean, I can really feel my chest work, and I think I can recruit it a little bit better. It's not something I do all the time. Maybe in the off season, I'd be maybe a little bit more likely to, maybe it'd be more 50-50, where one workout I'll pre-exhaust, the next one I'll start as heavy as I can. Whereas right now, maybe it's 75% I'll pre-exhaust, the other 25 I'll start heavy. I know some people would say maybe pre-exhausting chest isn't really, you can't really effectively do it because you can't go heavy enough on flies, but I mean, I can go heavy enough, and when after completing the sets of flies, I mean, my chest is pretty fatigued. I don't have a problem going to failure on flies. So when I hop on the bench, I think it is a little more productive. Squeeze.
You talked about being shoulder and arm dominant. A lot of guys want big shoulders and arms, but at the same time, chest has been probably, I'm guessing, your biggest challenge out of everything, based on what I've seen improve over the years. At what rate? How did you finally get, in addition to pre-exhausting, how did you finally get that connection where you could get your chest to do the work during pressing movements?
Focus. You just got to focus on it. And it's not, again, I think a lot of the issue too with With my chest, a lot of times I would be getting ready for a show and, maybe so many weeks out, or let's put it this way, even better, I would see myself in the gym, say 4 or 5 weeks after the show, after I'm all filled back up, with glycogen and whatnot. And I said, geez, my chest doesn't look half bad. It's when it's pumped, it's really not, it's not, maybe not as freaky as my arms or shoulders, but geez, it's looks probably 50% better than it did in the show. And I think for me, a lot of it was, again, a matter of nutrition, just not eating enough to stay full before the show. And I think for people, you have, everybody has certain body parts that aren't their strong points. And if their nutrition is off or something is off, those are the first body parts to go. And for me, it's chest. Chest is definitely one of those. So I think for me too, again, it wasn't so much, it's not like this off season, my chest was enormous. Like I got, all of a sudden my chest exploded, but I think I just had a more productive pre-contest, with the right nutrition and everything, and definitely made a difference.
Never happens. It's never in between. It's always 3 or 4. What's that? Go, 2, 4, 4, come on, 5, 6, 7, ready? Push! 1, push! You're not, I don't think you were ever in this trap of being all caught up in how much you could press and this and that, but do you see that as a major obstacle to a lot of guys out there in building their chest? Is that they're just too concerned about the weight?
Yeah, maybe. I've tried this year cutting down with the weight that I use in my back training. Well, not tried to cut it down, but tried to let my back do more of the work and less arms and shoulders, less momentum. And I think it has made somewhat of a difference. Yeah, I mean, ego in bodybuilding can screw a lot of things up. For chest training, yeah, I mean, there's plenty of guys, whether it's chest training, and I can watch guys pick up a 180-pound dumbbell and do dumbbell rows, and the guy has no freaking lats at all. So a light's got to go on in your head. You say, okay, I'm using all this weight, but I have no development in that area to speak of. Maybe I should try something different. So yeah, I think ego can screw a lot of things up, and chest is one of those body parts that's notorious. Everybody wants to have a big bench press, and yeah, it could do more harm than good. 3, 1, 2, 1.
Okay, we talked about leg training, but chest training is also something where a good training partner like Chris comes in handy. What is he able to do for you during a chest workout to make it more productive that you wouldn't be able to do on your own?
I mean, forced reps, and we didn't do any negatives today. But forced reps and negatives, just anything that brings you that much closer to failure, I think is definitely productive and is going to help give you better gains. And that's just those are two things you cannot do by yourself. I mean, no matter how hard you work or no matter how badass you think you are, if you do a set, an all-out set, and then the last one is a negative, and you bring it down as slow as you absolutely can, that bar is not coming back up. So yeah, I think you can implement more training techniques if you do have a partner.
Middle of the workout here.
Seats too?
No joke. The seed's the best part of anything.
Seriously, you're eating the seeds?
It's like when he eats the banana, he eats the whole banana with the skin.
No, I never tried that.
You eat the whole apple though?
Yeah.
Is that like intentional for health reasons or something?
Yeah, apple seeds. The seeds of most fruit contain a chemical called laetrile, which actually is an alternative to cancer treatment.
So now everyone's going to be wearing socks when they work out and eating the whole apple. And buying $5,000 water filters for their house.
Well, seeds are one of the most concentrated source of nutrients of anything, really.
Hey, the water. I agree, the water.
Yeah, I do
The
too.
water system is terrible. Horrendous.
See, he doesn't drink out of plastic. It's always got to be glass. Yeah. Okay, you're not worried an apple tree is going to grow inside your stomach or something? That's what my mom used to.
When you were little, you used to think that?
My mom used to tell me that, yeah. Last question for the chest trainers. There's arguments back and forth as to whether the flat barbell bench press is an essential movement, or if it's, some people say you're never going to build a great chest without it. Some people say it's going to stop a lot of people from building a great chest and you should try dumbbells, machines, this and that. You've obviously kept it in your routine and you're making improvements. Why do you feel the flat bench is an essential for you?
I don't see what's wrong with a flat bench any more than what's wrong with a deadlift or a squat. I mean, it's one of the most fundamental, most basic movements. So I don't know why anyone would say that. Maybe it couldn't act as a standalone movement, but incorporated in the rest of a workout. I don't know who or why wouldn't think it doesn't have any value. I think it's worth doing. But then again, I mean, I don't have the greatest chest, so maybe I'm not the right guy to ask.
Turn, step back just a little bit. Step back just a little bit, that way, good. Turn my way just a little bit. There we go, let's see that look. Go again. Turn towards the light just a little bit, like that. A little bit more, a little bit more. You got it. One second.